Okay, so I got 14 days complete in my Express Funded account with Topstep. So far, so good. Tonight, when the market opens for the evening session, will be day 15. So right now I have 14 days complete, 100% winning days. My account value, or the high, was $8,934. I took that payout, so my current account is $7,734. So as I grow my account, this number automatically grows. This is basically like, if I didn't take payouts, this is how much money I have made so far with Topstep in my Express Funded account. So as I take payouts, this spread will open up even more. But this is keeping track of the high watermark of the money I've made so far. And then down here, we can see the stats. So they're starting to normalize and come down a little bit. Overall, 81% overall. E-mini Dow, which is the YM ticker, 89%. So that one's doing better. Actually, that's going up. Gold, I'm at 91%. That was at 97. GC is the gold ticker. Now I'm down to 91%. And the NASDAQ, I am down to 74%. So I expect the, most of my stuff to come down to around the 74% range and kind of cruise around that level. Between 74 and 80% is what I expect everything to normalize out and kind of cruise around that. So yeah, anyway, so there's the stats. There's the account update. We'll see you in tonight's trades. All right, so I'm not sure if OSB recorded anything that I said. I'm having a night already, apparently. So I'm in the YM right now, short in the evening here on April 3rd, day 15 of trading my XFA with Topstep. So far, the account is doing great. Just I'm not doing good tonight. Yesterday, I didn't do very good either, the 13th. Just let the mental game get to me a little bit, and I didn't trade well. Came in tonight a little bit distracted. I meant to jump into NQ with 2 contracts short, and I ended up in YM with 1 contract instead. So NQ, I'm supposed to be in at the black line right here, looking for a target down here, and came right in, just barely missed it, and now it's retracing a bit. So instead, I'm in 1 contract with YM over here, which isn't really a setup yet. It's on its way to being a setup, but it's not a setup right now, so I shouldn't be in this trade. But it still does, actually, from a technical side, look okay. So I'm waiting for this to get back in here to profits a little bit, and then I'll look to get out of this trade, break even plus commissions, maybe $5 in profit, and wait for a proper setup, which is about to happen in gold, it looks like. So just waiting for YM to break down here. I could just get out right now and just take my $20 loss. But technically, this still looks okay to be able to at least get out with a few dollars in profit. So I'm going to hang out and wait for that to take place. And again, gold looks like it wants to set up. So I'm going to get ready to trade gold right now. Yeah, I was a little late to the party tonight for trading. So as soon as I came in, things were happening. And I just, between that and doing dad stuff, trying to do everything at the same time, get my screen recorder up and everything in a rush, I started making some mistakes here. All right, 3 contracts in gold to the short side. And if I fail on this, then I'll go ahead and reverse my trade and make it to the long side. So that's a question for you all. I'm curious to hear what you have to say in the chat below. When you're wrong in your trade, do you just reverse it, right? If you think it's going up, at some point you have to tell yourself, the trade's not going the way I expected. I need to get out. But are you getting out because you know that it's not going to go up, it's going to go down, right? You buy it long and now you know it's going to go down. So why not reverse your trade? Why just get out? How come you don't reverse it? Does anybody do that in here? Or am I the only one who does that? I'm just curious to see what you have to say about that. All right, so gold, we got 7 seconds. I'm going to short this if it confirms. Let's see here. 2, 1.
Order
all
filled.
Right. In gold short, 3 contracts. Some big money on the line right now. Evening is a bit choppier, so I'm going to be a little bit more schizophrenic, start trailing my stop early, and take what the market gives me. Okay, I'm going to jump over to YM real quick. Have an opportunity to get out, break even, plus a couple dollars, I think, here. All right, if YM backs up, I'll be out with a few dollars profit. Go back over to gold so I can manage it. Gold could be coming into a bounce zone right in here, right where it's at right now. This resistance support area, tag that right now and it's bouncing. Expect it to get deeper into there though, at least to this green line. But it's getting a little bounce on right now, so we'll see what happens.
Stop filled.
Okay, so that would be my YM trade backing up, I think. Yep, out of YM now. So $20 in YM. So, all right. Accidental trade, maybe 20 bucks, but I would have preferred to bet in NQ making a couple hundred. Okay, the way things are going, I'm thinking about just bouncing out of gold and just calling it a night and coming back for the morning session since I'm a little bit off my game right now. It's probably better not to trade. Gold starting to develop some support here. See if it breaks. Looking for this candle to close red below this area. I'm going to move my stop to here and just protect my trade. I'm just off my game tonight. I was off all day today. And then call it a night and then come back for the morning session. Instead of trying to force trades and make mistakes and give away profits for no reason. All right, I'm just going to put my stop in. If I get out, okay, I'm out. All good. So I'm going to take my $270. So I'm going to take my $270 for the evening. 271 is what my P&L is right now. 270 in gold, 20 in that YM trade. I missed out on NQ. All good. But yeah, I'm going to call it an evening. I'll see you in the morning. Let me get my head screwed on straight so I don't make mistakes that put this account in jeopardy. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Okay, good morning. Here we are with the morning session. Getting ready to jump in long on gold. Got my one contract in. I am on gold, right? All right, 1 minute chart right here. So far, so good. Looks like a pretty big move in gold potentially right now. Okay, one contract going in.
Order filled.
It's right at the bottom there. I'll make it make a new low. All right, target 311.9. Okay, trades in on gold. One contract to the long side. Looking for a 23.11.9 as my main target. 23.095 as my midway target. Like to see it get through that area, and then I can start trailing stops if I want to. And then my stop is at 2301.6. It's coming off of a pretty big 5-minute candle. Let me show you. Right here, this big 5-minute candle. So it could see a retracement of half this candle. If it does, I'll add to my position. And then my target is ended up being right in this mess of support resistance. So we'll see if it wants to get all the way in there, or does it just get past this first area and run into the bottom of that. Right. So I don't know. Somewhere in here is where I'm looking to get out. Hopefully it'll get past the bottom of this, get to the top. Maybe even break out from there. We'll see. But yeah, if this wants to retrace halfway around the 2304 marker, then I'll look to add to my position. All right, going back to the 1 minute. Okay, so it's getting stuck here again. So I have a couple options. I could pop out of the trade right here and then get back in as soon as it breaks, starts to make new highs. That would be one of my options. My other option is just to move my stop up to break even plus a few dollars so that if it does come back down, at least I don't turn a green trade into a red trade. Just won't be all that green, unfortunately. But those are basically my two main options right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take this up, my stop, so I don't turn a green trade into a red trade. Capture a little bit here. But I want to give it a little bit of room to retrace if it needs to. But yeah, we're getting some major rejection right through here. You can see that. So it may not make it through. This might be a rollover point where gold starts to go lower. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Everything looks bullish on my indicators, but you know that can change in an instant. All right, gold. Looks like we're going to stop out for gold for a small profit. All right, so we're out of gold. So protecting that profit, trying to be patient, let it hit that main target. But as I said, you know, we could get some rejection right there, and we did. You know, it hit that exact spot, and I rejected down. Wish I would have took my 200 off the table, but you know, that's trading. You're always going to give some back or leave some on the table. I prefer to leave it on the table instead of giving it back like that, but sometimes that's how it goes. So gold rejecting back down to this area. This could prove to be support for a higher move up. You know, just came down here to get me out, right? And now it's going to go up without me. Market makers hate me. And just kidding. I'm in a sim. But I know a lot of people think that. Like, oh, market makers just came down and tagged me out and then went without me. But yeah, no, put your stops in the wrong places and that's what happens. But right here, I just got to protect my profits. I got to play smart. And if it wants to go back up without me, that's fine. That's for somebody else to make that money. I got to protect my profits. Risk management is the name of the game in trading in the markets. Every trade I take, my main goal is to protect my capital. I'm not looking my goal to make money per se. I'm not saying, oh, I want to make $1,000 in this trade. And it's quite the opposite. It's like I don't want to lose more than $1,000 in this trade. So everything is about risk management and how much I don't want to lose and where the proper stops are. Not because I want the stop to be in a certain spot, but where is the right spot for it to be? And then how much size should I get for that type of move to protect my account? And then when that move starts to take place, when do I start moving stops and things like that to protect my account and still allow myself the opportunity to make profit? So those are kind of the things that go behind, that are in my mind for risk management behind the scenes. All right, gold's coming down. All right, I'll bring the next trade to you. Okay, so getting ready to jump into YM here with a few contracts. So I'm going to set that up. YM. So 3 contracts in YM. Getting ready to jump into the short side here in about 1 minute. NASDAQ getting ready to be a trade as well. It's going to be hard to get in both of them. I'll jump into YM. 3 contracts short.
Order filled.
Okay, in YM, the Dow Jones. Okay, run over to NASDAQ. See if I can get in 1 contract short NASDAQ on this retracement.
Order filled.
Okay, it could be a crazy morning. See what happens. Now, I really wish that gold trade I would have got out at that level. Put some money in my pocket just in case these are red trades. Help save the account. Gonna go back over to YM real quick. All right. YM not looking good. NASDAQ's not looking good. Oh no. In my bottom window here, you can see what's happening with each ticker. So you can see the positions I have open and where they're at, what they're doing right now. So open profit and loss right now in the Dow Jones, I'm down 75 bucks. NASDAQ, I'm down 80 bucks. Now I'm going into profit. So you can kind of see what's happening down there. See if we can get a nice sell-off here. Gold's starting to rip higher. Man, gotta be money in gold right now. Okay, I'm going to go over to NQ. I don't like the price action on NQ, so I'm going to look to get out of NQ here. It's just really struggling to get below this area. All right, so I'm going to run over to, I'll leave the stop here for now. Run over to YM. Manage this. Oh, too late. When I saw it down here, I wanted to try to grab 2 off right there as I got really close to the target, but missed that opportunity. So let's see if it wants to dip back down. And I want to go over to NASDAQ and get out of NASDAQ. All right, let's go back to NASDAQ. I have 1 contract in NASDAQ. I think I'm just going to close this position here in NASDAQ. Let's see. All right, if it backs up, I'll be out of NASDAQ.
Order canceled.
All right, cool. So I'm out of my NASDAQ trade for a small profit. Let's go back to YM. No, don't do that.
Order filled.
All right, so I got my 1 contract out of YM. Or sorry, 2 contracts out of YM right now. So I'm going to trail this last one and see if I can squeeze a little more out. If it wants to go green, it might. I mean, look at all these red candles. And I'll be fine. I'll be happy to be out for the day.
Stop filled.
Okay, so out of that trade. So now I have 1 open order in gold, which I'm going to go close real quick. So I put this order in just in case I wanted to come down and break this low. But I'm going to go ahead and cancel that order.
Order canceled.
All right. Got another $300 for the day in the NASDAQ. Had I just waited a few more seconds. But that's the story of my life. You know, I always jump out a few seconds, literally 2 minutes early. And if I had stayed, it would have gone the other direction. It's just the times that I'm not patient, I wish I was. And the times that I try to be patient, I wish I wasn't. So it's just one of those things. One thing for me too, traders, is when I trade for money, I usually don't have any. But when I trade to win, which means I followed my trade plan, I followed my strategy. If I trade to win, money is usually a side effect. So something to think about. How is that for you? And again, in the comments below, I'm really curious. Do you reverse your trades if you're wrong? Or do you just, get out of your trade and that's it? I reverse my trades most of the time. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do. And that's how I recover my losses. But yeah, just curious. All right, so that's going to do it for me today. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to call it a day, get other things done. So in the Dow Jones, I was able to pull $960 out of the Dow. Had a really nice trade set up, so I went a little bit bigger on the size there. Then gold, I was able to take $290 out. And on the NASDAQ, unfortunately, just took $95 when I could have took $300. But, $95 is better than no dollars, I guess. And again, for somebody else to make that money now, I'm not going to FOMO into it, even though it looks like it still has more legs to go if it wants to break below here. But yeah, so I'll be done for the day. So now the account is going to finish the day at 1345, 1,345. After commissions, it'll be $1,304 with my new account balance of $9,038. So this account's growing nice. If I can pull $1,000 between tonight, Thursday night's trade session, and Friday afternoon, then so today is the 4th, April 4th. So by April 5th, the end of April 5th, if I can have $1,000 in the account, and I'll be able to take another payout, and yeah, that'll be pretty sweet. And then I'll be looking forward to the $15,000 marker from there. That'll be my next milestone. So 10,000 is my second milestone, and then 15,000 is my third. So hopefully tomorrow I get that second milestone. Next week I'm at 15, and then once I get to $15,000, because of the daily max loss limit, I'm pretty much just going to stay right there, and I will constantly take payouts for everything over $15,000. And the reason why is at $15,000, I can be scaled up to my max limit, which would be about $800 a trade is what I'll be risking, right in the $800 to $1,000 a trade zone. And I can't really risk more than that because of the daily loss limit. And at $15,000, you know, that gives me a lot of days where I have to hit my max loss to blow up that account. So at $3,000 a day, you know, I'd have to have 5 of those in a row with no like winning nothing to blow up this account. So once I get to 15 grand, I could risk around $800 to $1,000 a trade, and I feel really confident that I'll be able to keep that account alive forever. It'll be invincible after that, I feel, because as I take losses in that account, once I'm at 15 grand, I'll scale down. I'm not just going to keep trading $800 to $1,000. I'll scale down appropriately so that I can preserve that account. But once I get at that level, I can't risk more than $800 to $1,000 because I might need to take 2 or 3 trades to get green on the day. And if I'm risking $1,500 or $2,000 a trade, you know, 2 trades I blow up the account, not even a trade and a half. So 800 is pretty much where I'm maxed out, and that puts me in a pretty good spot. So that's the deal. So tomorrow, hopefully I hit that milestone. The hard part now is when you have milestones is to not focus on them, because I don't want to force a trade or stay in a trade longer than I'm supposed to be in it just to try to hit that milestone. You know, if it comes tomorrow, great. If it comes next week, great. If it's 2 weeks from now, whatever. But that's the next spot, and potentially it will be tomorrow. So, all right, everybody. I'll see you on the next trade.